Petals of Summer. Hello and welcome to Working Class Music. My name is Nelson Crawford and I am your host for today. So, it's officially fall, and that means summer's over. And if you've been keeping up with things here on Working Class Music, you'd know that I've been doing a series of shorts called Petals of Summer, where I demo a bunch of pedals that I've never tried before. And that was a whole lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I got to try a lot of new pedals. But, as I said before, summer's over, which means, unfortunately, so is Petals of Summer. But there will be something to replace it, and I'll tell you about that later. So today I'm going to take some of my favorite pedals from that series and combine them onto one pedal board, because I know I like how they sound individually, but will I like how they sound when they're all combined? We're gonna find out today. So let's get into the pedals. Pedal number 1, the TC Electronic Echo Brain. The Echo Brain is a vintage style all analog delay pedal with a bucket brigade circuit, and it's one of the most affordable echo pedals you'll find today. Highly recommended. Pedal number 2, the Eventide Tricerachorus. So, the Tricerachorus is a tri-stereo chorus pedal. It's got 3 independent chorus voices, 3 chorus types, and it comes loaded with 5 dynamic presets. It's also got a dedicated swirl foot switch to trigger all types of flanging and phasing. Pedal number 3, the Mythos Pedals Herculean Deluxe Overdrive. It combines updated versions of the Herculean and Runestone overdrives by Mythos, and you can switch between which circuit you want to use, or use both of them, which is what I'm gonna do. So, now that you know the pedals, let's combine them all. I'm gonna be demoing them through my high watt Leeds 25R combo amp, and I'll be using my PRS SE CE 24 Satin to do it all. Now, on to the sound. And we are back. So, I really like what I put together here. And I didn't really mean to, but you know, there's a lot of earth tones here in this, so it really kind of drives home the Petals of Summer theme here. You know, it's a grassroots pedal board. I like it. But enough of my hippy dippy nonsense. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did you watch Petals of Summer? If you did, what were your favorite pedals from the series? And if you haven't watched Petals of Summer, go watch them. They're all available in our shorts and on our Instagram and on our TikTok. So go watch them. They're still there. You can do it right after you finish this video. So with that said, it's closing time here at Working Class Music. And while I close it out, I just kind of want to get a little serious here for a second, if I may. Part of the reason why I'm recording at home this week was to give Xander, you know, my co-host, and you know, even outside of the show, one of my best friends, some space to deal with some of the things that he's dealing with. Pretty recently, his dad passed away, and that's a heavy thing to deal with for anybody. I mean, my dad's my hero, so I can't imagine what Xander's going through. Part of why Xander's dad was so important to this show was we started Working Class Music in Xander's dad's basement. You know, we were just down there trying to do something that we thought would be cool, and you know, here we are now. You know, we've got the new studio, I've got this studio here, you know, we've gained this following and it's been great, and none of it would have been possible without John Cook. So rest in peace, John. Xander, when you see this, I love you, buddy.
Our TV crew, a bit of a heavy heart today. John Cook, beloved member of our TV family, started his career in Salt Lake City, was a director for the Utah Jazz by the age of 23, was hired by the Orlando Magic at their inaugural season as director of broadcasting in 1989. And John directed shows at ESPN for NBA TV with the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Kings in Sacramento, and here in Atlanta on our Fox Sports South studio shows for Braves and Hawks. His favorite player, Willie Mays. His wife, Jill Gossard Cook, you've heard us talk about her throughout the season, producer for the Hawks and fills in here for the Braves as well. Daughters Cammie and Madeline, sons Max and Xander, and John sadly has passed at the age of 65.
But yeah, this has been Working Class Music. You know, I'm gonna forego all the, you know, liking and subscribing and all that. If you want to support us, I really appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for watching this episode of Working Class Music. Call your folks, tell them you love them. Peace. Oh, also, since Petals of Summer is over, I'm gonna still be demoing pedals for, you know, shorts content, you know, for our YouTube shorts and for Instagram and TikTok and stuff. I'm thinking of calling it, I don't know, maybe the coffee break? Working Class Music Coffee Break. Yeah, you know, just little bite-sized demos that you can watch on a coffee break. Anyway, the episode's over. Bye.